And Dr. Paswan, I would want to begin with you because Priyanka Chaturvedi, we just spoke to her, and she's made a statement and a charge which I'm sure Akshay Marathe will make, which the Congress has made, which the TMC has made, that the BJP has only exploited the plight of the Kashmiri Pandits. You've promoted films, you've done nothing for Pandits, their situation worse in the valley now.
Preeti ji, we have seen, and I find it really laughable because they are the same people who sat on Article 370 for so many decades. A provision, Article 370, which was clearly anti-women, which was clearly anti-backward, which was clearly anti-poor. And we saw, now these people are making allegations against us. I find it really laughable, and it's very difficult to digest this. What they are doing is solely politicizing the situation. We have the data in front of us. And it was published by the Jammu Kashmir DGP as well, that after the revocation of Article 370, if you look at the data, there is 80% reduction with respect to terror incidents. Our approach is a comprehensive one. On the one hand, we want development, which is through infrastructure. Today, we have IIT, IIM, AIMS, NIT, new roads, Sehat scheme, more than 25,000 crore investment in Jammu and Kashmir. We also want to have dialogue. We recently saw that the Honorable Prime Minister had dialogue with all the relevant political stakeholders of the Jammu Kashmir at the 7 Lokalyan Marg. So we have seen during Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time as a Prime Minister, likewise during now as Narendra Modi ji as a Prime Minister, development and dialogue. We have seen through the course of so many years, those people who have actually milked from the situation have done nothing about Jammu and Kashmir, have done nothing about the people of Jammu and Kashmir, the women of Jammu and Kashmir, the Dalits of Jammu and Kashmir. They were sitting on Article 370. That is the biggest fraud that they have committed, not only against the people of Jammu and Kashmir, but the people of India as well. Now they are shedding those crocodile tears. They stand exposed in front of the entire country.
Okay, Akshay Marathe, I know you will come in and you will say we supported the government on Article 370, but I want to come down and raise this question, which is being raised by the BJP, that where is this newfound love that Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party has found for the Kashmiri Pandits? Because the BJP says that you insulted the Kashmiri Pandits.
Preeti, the tragedy of the BJP central government today is reflected in the way that the BJP spokesperson just spoke about this issue, where he was asked about what is your plan to protect our Kashmiri Hindu Pandits in the valley. And all he could tell us is that they are building IITs and roads. Who are these roads going to be used by if our Kashmiri Pandits are being targeted one after the other and they're being killed off by terrorists? Yesterday, Mr. Kejriwal wrote to the Home Minister Amit Shah to get his time and ask him, what is your plan for these targeted killings? Every day we wake up, we turn on the news channels and we find the news that says the Home Ministry is taking a high-level meeting to discuss this matter. Enough of these meetings. How many meetings are the BJP leaders and the Home Minister going to take before we stop this tragedy that is occurring in Kashmir today? We saw what happened in 1990. Today, the Kashmiri Pandits across the country, not just in the valley, are being reminded of the tragedy that had befallen on them 30 years ago. And today they are looking at the government and asking them questions, and the BJP is not even allowing them to do that. You see Kashmiri Pandits protesting in Delhi and in Kashmir, and their protests are also being, not allowed by the central government. So on the one hand, you're not providing them a solution. You're not providing the Kashmiri Pandits any kind of respite from the targeted killings. On the other hand, you're not allowing their voices to be heard today. So is it not a rightful question for any person in India, any Deshbhakt Indian today to ask of their government, forget political parties. I am from the Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Kejriwal is the leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, but forget the political nature of this question. This is not a political issue. It's a question of people's lives. Why isn't the BJP government answering a simple question? What is your plan? Does the BJP spokesperson have an answer today? What is their plan?
Okay, Dr. Paswan, I'll bring you in. I know you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. Your co-panelist has also raised a question. And the question is again, Dr. Paswan, is this now harking back to the 90s? Because that is what it seems like, which many Kashmiri Pandits also say today.
Preeti ji, I am sure you are aware that on the occasion of Jesht Puja at the Kheer Bhavani temple, there were more than 18,000 Kashmiri Pandits. So unnecessarily creating this fear of psychosis in the name of politics must be discouraged at all levels. Our strategy is clear. We have spoken against Article 370, not from 2014 or from 2019. We have raised our voice. We had our ideological opposition since 1950s. Our leadership has made supreme sacrifice for abrogation of Article 370. And they're accusing us that we don't have a plan, we don't have a strategy. Development, which I have illustrated. Dialogue, constant dialogue we have seen. Delimitation Commission. Who constitutes the Delimitation Commission? The people of Jammu Kashmir. You cannot fool them anymore. I agree that there is a problem of radical elements. I agree that there is a problem of extremism. But this problem has not started today. There is a problem, but we are going to resolve it soon through the process of development, through the process of dialogue, through the process of conciliation. And this is what the data has also suggested, that after Article 370 was revoked, 80% reduction in terror-related incident. More than so many terrorists have been neutralized only after revocation of Article 370. What was happening? Where were all these political parties when couple of families, in the name of democracy, they were promoting dynastocracy? They were promoting corruption. They were promoting opaqueness in governance. And that is the reason we have seen that the recent DDC polls, in the entire state of Jammu and Kashmir, Bharatiya Janata Party has emerged as the largest party. People have come out and voted in large numbers. So the people of Jammu and Kashmir, let them speak. Today, like I said, more than 18,000 Kashmiri Pandits are there, and more will come. So please don't create
No, the fear psychosis that you talk about, Dr. Paswan, is being felt there. You talk about 18,000 people attending the Kheer Bhavani Mela or the festivals are usually, and this is facts, this data, every year it goes into lakhs. The fact it's come down to 18,000 is a shame, and there is a fear psychosis where the people are concerned because there are targeted killings. Yes, please answer and I'll go back to Mr. Marathe. Yes.
But the fact that you have to acknowledge that there are 18,000 Kashmiri Pandits there, you cannot brush it under the carpet. By creating this fear psychosis, what is happening? What is happening? Our strategy, who has created this idea of composite townships? We have more than 3,800 Kashmiri.
Akshay Marathe, right. So